All right, so it's a good morning conversation. As I indicated at the beginning of the show, we'll be covering ongoing cleaning exercise. I hate that word, ongoing cleaning exercise, which is underway. And on the line to give us a report from the field is a man who will be coming up in about an hour and a half from now to host the mid-morning show. His name is Daniel Badu. Okay, I've been told we don't have a bagger on the line yet. And so I'll be going over to my in-studio panel to take a few thoughts on the exercise. Starting with the regular host. Your thoughts, even on the cleanup exercise?
I think one of the things that impressed me when I was coming was the fact that even though when you read the statement from the president, it says the public joins from tomorrow. You see many people actually. So I've seen people who have garages, the mechanic shops. They move out to the gutter closest to them and are helping to evacuate the silt the gutters close to them. You're seeing people getting out of their houses and just cleaning their frontage without any prompting or anything. So already people have gotten the message and people are out and trying to be part of this exercise because it's important. I think what we also have scared everybody, that this is not something, if it happens in your area, that you survive and do well with. Because what we saw on June 29 should be a wake-up call for everybody. For everybody. It doesn't matter what you have. The water is no respecter of people.
Are you trying to send a shade to the direction of the people who live in those very nice areas that you lost after when you drive through?
Not really. I think that
no. That's just by the way. Yes.
No, I understand.
I'm just pulling your leg.
I understand, but you see, one of the things we learned is that you don't have to build in a flood-prone area to be flooded. You don't have to build in a flood-prone area to be flooded.
That's becoming increasingly clear, where previously areas that were not known for flooding have started experiencing very serious flooding.
Because the only reason you are not flood-prone is because the water has a course around where you are or far from where you are. The moment somebody blocks that course, who knows where the water will pass?
It will find itself into your house. So hold your horses. We've been joined on the line there by Mr. Daniel Badu, also known as Abega. Good morning to you, sir. Hello. There's some static coming from your line. I hope.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. It's okay now. How are you today?
I'm good, sir. Good. I'm surviving by the grace of God.
Whereabouts are you located?
Currently, I'm at the Gono cluster of schools which falls within Chibler North Electoral area here in Lekikuku.
Fantastic. What can you report? What is the turnout like, first of all?
Okay, so I think the exercise began as early as 6 a.m. With the leadership coming from the Lekikuku Assembly led by the MP himself. I've been to about 4 electoral areas, of which I can report that the work is going on. People are coming out gradually to join the exercise. And some are also doing their own, like cleaning their frontage, their stores, and the little drains that are in front of their houses. They are also trying to clean them. But currently, I can see a number of people gathered here at the Gono School with the assemblyman himself for this area. He's known as Riz Ama. He is leading the exercise, and I can count about close to 50 to 70 people trying to also join hands in cleaning up the place. So I don't know if you agree that I talk to the assemblyman here to ask him how is the work going and what are the plans most people are complaining that most of the time when they come to do this work, they leave the refuse along the side of the road.
That's the point. That's the question I was actually going to ask, whether arrangements have been made to cut.
Wait a minute. We are live on Radio Go right now. What can you tell us about the numbers? It seems the numbers are not too much, but the work is going on. What do you think is hindering or making the numbers very low here? Because we are expecting a lot of people to come out and join the exercise. What can you do?
Well, expecting maybe about the up to now, many family people. So where you are, I'm okay, Mobaba, no, what penny mammy, I keep pali. One pamofemo, I can give you. No fair, what fee, no fair, no penny. What president? Hey, today you are the man, but I keep pali. No fair, my people. Stop there for me, no, I'm a winner. Wọ́n mo fẹ́ máa dìbò wọ́n fẹ́ wọ́n pè ní màá mi á dé.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni mo ní mo fẹ́ jẹ́ àkẹ́lẹ́ bí ẹgbẹ́ àjẹ́ gbọ́ta nìkan ẹgbẹ́ ní ti jẹ́ ìṣe náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo dùn ún gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìgbà gbẹ́sọ̀ tó kọ́ńtẹ́ǹtì ní kúnà tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀yà bá tẹ̀ náà. Ní ìgbà ní nàkú táìsà tó tún tó àgbẹ̀ ẹ̀yẹ́ tó nìkan ló bẹ̀rẹ̀. Tètè àbájẹ́ gbọ́ta mi á fi nàbù ní àtìlẹ̀ nìkan alọ́ nyẹ́ kò bẹ̀rẹ̀ kó ní alùkájọ.
Àtògbẹ̀jà tó náà bá lò kọ́ bá pẹ́ ẹ̀kúnmẹ́kúnmé rẹ̀ bí ẹ̀ ní káàfin náà gàmẹ́ ló ṣe à. But this time around, about no pen or bonafin be an happy pali. But more fair magic.
The Winnipeg, I see, I know one come to
why being you, Meneke walk, no one channel. One more fair, I think,
so we're going to like him and be many who would go to they were talking about the money. I'm a woman in my feet and you know what?
Yeah, Chico Central, yeah, school me. Born or school, from a fair market for neighbor, what pay for me, what too money, mammy, I take.
So, Mr. White, you heard him speaking down there, and I know you can translate
No, you'd have to do the translation, especially the bit about the arrangements that have been made to get rid of the.
All I'm saying is that it's employing all the indigents, the residents here to come out in their numbers to join in cleaning up the gutters and the areas clean as directed by the president. And he's saying tomorrow they'll continue. I asked him if they've made arrangements to collect refuse after they clean up the gutters or the drains. But most of the time, it goes back into the drains. Immediately they are done. And he said there's been an arrangement. And of course, I'm seeing one or two trucks coming, which means definitely they are going to clear those refuse when it is picked up from the gutters. So it's ongoing. People are coming out gradually as yes. It began very early, around 6 now. They were already on the street cleaning up the place. So from here, I'm moving to the camp. I learned the MCE is also having a clean up exercise with the military and the police. I think the security service is joining them to clean up the camp that is close to Nepto. That is exactly where I hear they are. From there, they will move to Otabel's place, which is a very, very, very bad area when it comes to flooding. And we get there right now. You see all, I think the refuse all decides to go and gather there. So there's attention their attention is going to be there. People are already moving to that side. And the MP is also moving there. So I'm joining them to find out what they have also done so far concerning this in Africa.
Abega, thank you for painting that very graphic picture for us. Do have a lovely day, and we'll get back to you, sir.
All right.
All right, message coming in says, "Hi, good morning, sir. I'm enjoying the show this morning on Radio Gold. This is Lord Tego." All right, Lord. Thank you for that great feedback. And back into my in-house panel. Yes, son, are you on the floor? And we had to go over and speak to our beggar.
Okay. Okay. I think that the point I was making was so far, what I've seen demonstrates that people are actually interested in helping clean up their communities. So it's worth applauding.
But our beggar reports that turnout is low in the particular area he finds himself in.
In fact, I think the involvement of the citizens, and I don't know, Nancy, if you have that statement, it looks like when we're going to the statement, it said Saturday. So those who know may not.
So there's some slight miscommunication in terms of
I think
time
today, what the president said are those who do particular. In fact, they mention who should come out. Who should work today. Yes. It is not the general public. But some people in the general public are taking the initiative to be part of this. Maybe because this may be the best, the day that they will be able to do that. So they are coming out and doing that. Maybe someone is cleaning the frontage of their shop because they may not open it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. So there are people who are doing it today in conjunction with what the state is doing. But I don't think today was the day when the public was supposed to join.
So if I don't have to clean my frontage, what happens? For example, I ensure that my frontage is clean, is well kept every time. So what happens to me? Does it mean I'm exempt?
If you don't...
Because it's not quite clear.
Okay. Oh, no, I think it is not only about your frontage. I think everything
in fact, my general surroundings,
yes.
I live clean. Quite well laid out, clean, you know. I engage somebody to weed occasionally and all that. And so if that is a general situation in the area I find myself in, what happens?
When the rain comes, doesn't know that as for Mr. Agba's house,
the area is
he's
clean.
Always clean. He's always
my
ensured
area.
that.
I'm talking about the area in general.
And you operate within only that area?
No, that's not. This is a wider area, so it's like an entire community.
So moving from your area to a different
to help
area
others.
Because
you see,
nobody will do anything to you. In there's a sanction for
the area is clean.
Not being part of the exercise. But I mean,
as a civic responsibility,
it is.
Should be part of it.
Yeah.
Because perhaps if you're looking at Nancy, wanted to go to the statement.
Yeah, I just wanted to read out the people who are supposed to actually be part of today's cleaning. And he says that the president has accordingly directed that all government appointees, including ministers of state, CEOs, members of parliament, metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives, and heads of public institutions must step out of the offices, pick up tools and lead the cleanup efforts alongside members of the respective communities to ensure a structured, highly coordinated and effective exercise. The activities have been scheduled as follows. So Friday, which is today, personnel from all security agencies, the metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies and waste management companies will commence the cleanup. Then tomorrow, which is Saturday, the general public will join the security agencies and the assemblies to scale up the exercise. Okay, so that is it. So today is actually for security agencies, metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies and the waste management companies. Then the general public will join in tomorrow.
But is it really the solution to the problem, the cleanup, if you like? Is it not about a wider look at the whole situation, i.e., expanding storm drains, building new ones, dredging existing ones, and all those types of things?
The cleanup, you're asking if that is really
Is the cleanup really the solution, if you like, to flooding?
It's part of the solutions.
Part.
Yes, because we've seen the rains and we've seen the waste. And we've also identified that Silt covering up most of the gutters was one of the major factors that brought in the flooding of most of the areas. And so if you have identified that there's so much waste in the space, there's so much silt in the gutters, and that is the easiest we can do. Why not?
Okay, for now.
So it is part of the things that we have to do. Most of them will be in the long term, start now and complete in the short to long term. But desilting gutters, cleaning up our environment, ensuring that the kind of rubbish, waste we saw after last,
Floating on the surface of the water.
those things are cleared. I mean, it's something we can do in the immediate. And so,
Fair enough. Just hold it there. Hold on to your thoughts. I'll come back to you. But we're joined on the line by Razak Salifu. Razak, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sarah.
No, this is not Senna. Senna is sitting across from me, but this is Henry Kujagbai. I'm your irregular host for this show. I hope you're doing well.
All right. Yeah, I'm fine.
Whereabouts are you located as we speak?
Currently I'm at the Malamata market, and I've been here from 7 a.m. up to this time, and I can say that shops are currently closed. But the real reason why shops are closed is not being realized. The traders at the Malata market have closed their shops, but are sitting right in front of their shops. And there's no serious cleaning exercise going on. And now that I'm speaking, there's no senior official from the assembly. The Malata market falls under the Ayaso Central Municipal Assembly. But there's no senior assembly official here at the Malamata market. And some of the traders have raised concerns over the absence of the senior officials from the assembly. They say that they don't see the need to engage in any cleanup exercise when there's no leader from the assembly or any assembly member or a unit committee member engaging in the cleanup exercise as communicated by the government. And so I spoke to some traders, and they raised concerns about the lack of waste bins, and that they cannot engage in any cleanup exercise when they won't have any waste bins to trash their rubbish in there.
This is interesting.
So that is what. Yeah.
So the people in that catchment area are defying the directive, basically. That's what you're trying to say.
Largely. But the only directive that they seem to be respecting very well is the closure of shops. They've closed their shop waiting for the 1 p.m. deadline to elapse before they open their shop. So currently, there is only a few traders who are engaging in business, but the cleanup exercise that they are supposed to engage in, some say they came here as early as 4 a.m. to clean up their frontages, and now they are waiting for the 1 p.m. deadline to elapse before they fully operationalize their businesses.
All right, Razak, have you made any attempt to find any of the officials at the local level to speak to them as to why they are not leading the cleanup according to the averments of the women in the catchment area you find yourself in?
Yes, I've tried getting some of the local leaders. I gone to their areas, but they said they've left and they are not around. That's what the response I get. And in fact, the assembly member is very close to the market. That's the understanding I get. But all attempts to reach the assembly member for the Malamata electoral area proved futile.
All right, Razak, thank you for coming to speak to us. I hope that you still make some efforts to get somebody else to speak to so we get to the bottom of that situation to find out exactly why they are not there to lead the cleanup. But thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
I don't think per what we know, the market women are getting it wrong. Because when I spoke to the chief executive of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly yesterday, he was clear as to what he wanted them to do. Close your shops. He didn't say join us. Because if you're even monitoring the Facebook page of the Ghana Police Service, they seem very prepared because you can see they've procured many wheelbarrows and all kinds of things that they will use in the cleaning exercise. Today is for the security services. What assemblies have asked those market women to do is to close their shops so that they do not interfere with the cleaning.
With the work.
They
But
are
there's no
doing
action at that particular spot the gentleman found himself in.
Okay, so I think there's also a work plan.
Yes.
So if you speak to Frank Kansa, the Ablekuma Central, MCE here, he will tell you exactly where they will be starting from, where they hope to finish or get to today, and where they would continue from tomorrow.
Okay.
So there's a
That's
work
quite
plan.
clear.
So it might not be, they might get there before the end of day today. But it does not necessarily mean that they'll be at that place today. So I don't know what the work plan there is. But they do have a work plan. Yes.
So I have a coach in the UK and she just sent this. The cleaning should and must be done quarterly at least. In Akwa Ibom, south of Nigeria, it's a criminal offense not to be found cleaning on the quarterly nominated day. It's so adhered to so much, everything is shut down from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. You can't even come out of your hotel till midday. Should we consider legalizing it or making it a law of some sort at the level of the, local assemblies or authorities here in Ghana?
I do think this, that's why I'm saying, okay, so you have to devolve this from what needs to be done. This one is, what do they call it? Symbolic at best. It won't solve the problem.
Okay.
Everything
So you're back to where I was
everything
at
we
some
do
point.
today can be reversed tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
But
So
of course,
easy.
if you have people dumping refuse into...
Look at the
drains
numbers
and
of people in Accra.
Yeah.
The human activity that happens in Accra. The amount of refuse it generates. But these symbolic gestures are important to remind people that there's always a need to clean your environment. You must stay clean as always. So it's important that we do some of this. And also because, I don't know why I keep putting, I always feel uncomfortable, but I still say it. Because if you think about the aftermath of the floods, the situation we saw, in terms of the amount of silt, rubbish, and all those things that we saw in the aftermath of the floods. Nancy was at Circle. And when you see the people, I think the best description is Bola. The Bola that was guarded, that had guarded in Circle alone. So there's a need to help clean up so that at least the city looks pleasant. Good to the eyes.
And that was like 3 days after?
After the floods.
3 days after the floods,
Yes.
there were still deposits of all kinds of material.
Yeah. So this is like the presidency's assistance to the assemblies. Getting the public out to help the assemblies out. If not, the people will just watch on and hope that the assemblies will do it for themselves. But if the president says, this is what we must do, everybody will go and do it. So we need to clean up just so that we return to give the city some nice outlook before we go back to finishing it. But that will take time. That's why I'm saying that if you look at it carefully, this is a symbolic gesture, but also very important, helping out the assemblies to clean up after the floods. Because what we saw on June 29th was amazing. Yes. So there's a need to help out. Most of the assemblies are clearly overwhelmed because they now have to take responsibility for virtually everybody. But what if everybody gets on board and the presidency gives them that support, especially within the capital? That is very helpful. I think that is one of the very first steps to take before moving on to the things that need to be done.
My concern has to do with how the debris issue, like, eventually will be treated.
Mm-hmm.
You see, we don't. I'm surprised that we're still in the landfill era when incinerators have been around for a long time. We're still doing landfills.
Yeah.
But we can incinerate the rubbish we generate, isn't it?
And that is also another issue. How many of those landfills do we even have in?
Most of them have become,
in Accra. Okay. But the point of this exercise is because I have seen how it helped. The Flamingo area that I use every day, anytime it rains, you will see that water is collected on the road itself. Some of the gutters are overflowing and all that. So before 29th, right?
June 29th, yeah.
Before June 29th, we had some slight rains that caused some flash floods around that area. So the assembly decided to go and see what it was. And so they noticed that most of the gutters around that area was choked with silt, sand, collected in the gutters. And so when it rained, it just collected on the road itself.
Overflowed.
Yes. And so they decided, they just took the decision and desilted the entire stretch. So on 29th, when it happened, the place was safe.
All right, that's
The
a very
entire
interesting
space that
point
would have
there.
gotten flooded was safe. And so I believe that this would help in a way.
Okay, just hold it right there. We've been joined on the line by somebody I would call a colossus as far as all matters with Jagbawe is concerned. And it's in the person of our own Patrick Asod-Buedo. He's supposed to be one of the producers of the show. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Henry.
How far?
Everything is fine. This morning, I didn't know that you are the monkey in the chair.
I'm the monkey in the chair.
Like you said, he's supposed to be.
No, I'm the monkey.
I was expecting to hear Sana's voice.
No. Sana, you can hear Sana's voice in the background, but
Exactly, I just heard his voice.
But I'm the monkey in the chair by the chair.
Nice one.
All right, Patrick. So at this particular point, where are you located?
Okay, so currently I am in the bottom of Oblogo Electra area. But let me give you a fair idea of the municipality. That is the Wager Bawe Municipal Assembly. The municipality has 14 Electra areas. And so what is happening today is that the municipal chief executive and his task force have actually separated themselves to all the 14 Electra areas. And so we'll be moving from one Electra area to the next Electra area. Currently, the municipal chief executive and the task force are at the Wager Junction, but I am based at Oblogo, so I am actually supervising and looking at exactly what is happening here at the Oblogo Junction. We call this place the school junction. And so if you come to the Wager Bawe municipality itself, we realize that even though we have issues with sanitation, but the most important thing, the challenge here has to do with the sun. So when it rains, it also takes place from McCarthy North, the top over there, then also German area, and watch the sun all the way to the down. So every gutter here, when it rains, gets soaked. And so they are distilling the gutters as at now. We don't have any waste materials being taken from the gutters. We don't have anything of the sort. What is happening now is that the people who are working, the task force from the assembly and the community members from Oblogo, where I am situated right now, are actually distilling the sand from the gutter. And so this is what is happening right here. And because the gutters are choked and it rains, the water actually floods the road, so it has caused a serious, it has made the road almost trouble. So I have sent pictures and videos of a sort when you are coming from German, that is the German junction to Oblogo, there's a place we call Warehouse. So in front of Warehouse, due to School Junction, the road is very, very bad. Same as to the stretch to the Wager Junction. So I can say that because of the drains, I can also say that the drains are very small, they are not huge. And so the volume of water that comes into the water at the end of the day will flood the road. And so from Wager Junction itself to Wager Township, now the road is very bad. But if I can be fair, I can see a lot of community members have actually come out to participate in this particular exercise today. And so it's going to continue from today and tomorrow. So like I rightly said, the 14 electoral areas, activities are taking place all over the 14 electoral areas, and that the municipal chief executive, Police Odati Lamte, is also monitoring the exercise this morning, Henry.
So you can report that turnout is great in that area.
Exactly. I have been here for some time, and anytime you call for, especially the National Sanitation Day, you see the turnout. But today, I must say that I'm very much impressed because I can see the stretch here to how far my eye can go through the Wager Junction. I can see everybody working, holding or a shovel, wearing their Wellington boots and gloves, actually doing something. So for me here at the Oblogo electoral area, I can say that I am very much impressed. But the only thing sometimes I can say is that you can still also see people standing, trying to, as it were, get themselves involved in the exercise. But then the logistics, again, to work with is also a challenge. And I believe that as we move into the future, such things can also, because when you come here, for example, the wheelbarrow, even though I have seen the what do you call it, the pickup actually coming around with wheelbarrows. The wheelbarrows here, I believe strongly that they belong to individual people. They belong to those who are actually hiring it, and so the assembly member and the community member actually went to hire it, and they are using it to do the work. I can say for a fact that all the logistics that they are using here are locally manufactured by the community people.
All right, Patrick. So, have you seen any attempt to ensure that whatever is generated by way of, filth is carted off to a designated area which will not pose further threat or undo whatever has been done?
Exactly. Before today, and even before yesterday, the municipal chief executive and the assembly itself had a meeting with all the 14 assembly members and the coordinating council here. And so they have decided that there's going to be, okay, so as I'm talking to you now, I can see one of the loaders around, the trucks around, going up and down to ensure that wherever they have distilled the sand from the gutters, they ensure that they actually pack them or load them into a bigger truck so that they go and put it at the destination. Because it is obvious, like you rightly said, if we should leave this, looking at the weather today too, we are not so much, we don't even know whether it will rain or it will not rain. But if we should leave the still sand from the gutters, nothing is done about it. It will still go back to the gutter back. But then what I can say is that from here, the water is actually not flowing because of the choked gutters. And so you can see some of the community members actually distilling the sand from the gutter, but there's still water in the gutter. And so there should be a way of, making sure giving the water some way so that there will be only the sand for them to distill. But then, like the question that you asked, I'm very much sure by 12 from the stretch of Wager Junction all the way to School Junction, where they have distilled the sand from the gutters, the sand by the side of the road will be picked and put to a proper
destination so that at the end of the day, it will not return back to the gutters.
Patrick, you have discharged your obligations as far as this matter is concerned creditably, and so we'll discharge you accordingly. Thank you so much for speaking to us,
I
sir.
salute you, sir.
All right. Have a lovely day, sir, and we'll get back to you in
Thank
due course.
Nice one.
And so I think that that is the main essence of it. That if the citizens, residents around various areas decide that they want to do cleaning, they'll be found wanting. Because they will end up desilting the gutters, collecting rubbish and all that.
And leave it right
evacuation will become an issue.
Bam.
Now you'd have to look for this Aboboya people to come. Is it Aboboya they use? Is that it? The name of it?
Oh, I don't. Oh, that device.
The tricycle people.
Yes.
To come and pick it, and you don't know where they are taking it.
Usually they go dump it
Somewhere. Do you get? So the assemblies are supposed to provide their trucks. So whilst the exercise is going on, evacuation of these waste from the gutters is also taking place. And we believe that they know where to take these waste. The proper disposal of these waste will be done by the assemblies. And so if they are supposed to ensure that their trucks are available, to ensure that the evacuation is done, proper disposal is also done. Either than that, it would be left at the edges of these gutters, and we know what will happen with the next rain. Even aside the rain, but people walk past and it is still going back into the drains. So we hope that all these areas that the exercise is going on, there are vans, there are trucks available to, move the waste that we are taking off the gutters to the right places. I've seen that the vice president is around moving. And in fact, she joined the exercise at Nungwa station. And I am shocked at the level of filth at the Nungwa bus station.
It looks like these are packed.
Yes.
So
it's like it's a place that they clean up and then gather the rubbish. And now there's nobody coming in to collect it. And so the whole place is messed up. And I can see a hip. Oh, the woman is even is with a shovel desilting gutter. I beg. We all would have to just get out. See Mama doing the job. So it's also one of the issues. And so I think that, Senna, that is the reason we see rubbish pile up at the Kanishi market all the time. We talk about it. They sweep, collect rubbish, and they send it to a particular place. Now, who would take it to where it has to go eventually becomes the problem. And so 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and then we keep piling. And so you go to the market and it's
overflowing.
Everything so. And I think it's the same thing that is happening at the Nungwa lorry station where the vice president joined the exercise. So this one that we are seeing, we are getting help from the assemblies, and we are hoping that they know best, and so they would ensure that all that we would collect today would get to the proper destination.
The disposal will be done,
yes,
in a useful way.
Yes.
And I hope so, because I think one of the things that assemblies have been complaining about is getting a disposal site. What it's probably not.
Sorry.
They said the landfill site,
Yes,
or recycling plant, whatever it is you call it.
Incinerators. I've been advocating incinerators for a very long time. I did my research. It doesn't cost much to site one strategically all over, so that when, first of all, the move should be to separation of the material as far as waste is concerned. So plastics to one side, paper to one side, this to one side, those that are recyclable should be taken to the recycle plant. I mean, it's gone elsewhere. So, it just makes it easy. So that the things that can decompose, you take them to one place, or you just anyway.
I think, like Nancy said, I think the big issue, and when I was coming, I was seeing the same thing. People had already gotten into the gutters, gotten out the silt just by the side of the drains, the gutters. Now it is for somebody to come and move that from where it is to somewhere else. And the interesting thing is that most of what you see is sand mixed with some rubbish. So the color changes to black. But I also realized so Nancy, this is what I saw. There was a drain that I was passing by. I realized there was this kind of rubbish that was collected, so silt. The gutter had been desilted. And whatever was taken from the gutter was just placed by the side of the gutter. You could see that initially was black.
Yeah.
But it has been rained on.
Yeah.
So the coloration has been washed off. And you can see it's reverting to its natural state. Sand.
Yeah.
The color is being restored. So which means that even if we are smart enough to evacuate some of this silt to an area and leave it there, for it to be rained on, we could even sell it as sand for people to use it for building. So, and I realized that was one of the things. When I came to Accra, people will actually get into the gutters to scoop sand. And you'll be, where are they taking it to? They were going to use that sand for construction purposes. Nowadays, you don't even see that. So there are different ways of thinking about these things and working it out in a way that does not result in a situation where you do not benefit at all. So I think one of the biggest problems they will have is where to send it. Where to send it. And that must be done very fast.
And seamlessly. And
yes.
In a coordinated manner.
Yes, it must be done very fast. The people will turn up. They do not have the means of disposing of whatever they are able to clean out. So they will clean it, gather it for you. You turn up and make sure it is evacuated and moved.
Okay.
One thing that will be exposed today badly is that the state has not invested much in sanitation. And it's largely because we have been dependent on...
what are you saying?
No, we have not.
Cecilia, Cecilia was giving a lot of money to... but why?
Most of those monies end up in private hands. I think that the state has to understand that you don't give leverage when it comes to sanitation to a private man.
Massa,
they can help, but they should not be the only one. So okay. I think that's that.
We'll come back to that point. May I disagree with you? Okay. They give money to Cecilia to do their business. But we'll cross over now and speak to Osman Abado, aka Pusha. And he's reporting live from Ayawa SOS Wagon. Good morning, boss.
Good morning, Sana.
Hey, this is not Sana. Don't you know Sana's voice? This is Henry Kojo. Please respect yourself there. Do you understand?
Sorry?
This is Henry Kojo. I say respect yourself. Have you seen any people with masks carrying weapons there? Because when you mention IRSOS Wagon, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Are there any masked weapons toting gentlemen in that area where you are?
What's actually here is nose marks.
Okay. Fantastic.
It's actually associated with I was West Wagon. It's actually what I'm seeing here is nose
masks. All right. So where exactly are you located at this point?
Well, currently we are at Shiashi. That's the Shiashi bar store. That's where the work is actually going on. That's the Ayawa West Wagon Municipal Assembly. That's where the exact is actually taking place today.
Fair enough. Is it the military, the police, the Navy who have turned out for the exercise, if any?
Yes, so the exercise is actually mixed.
Okay.
The police are here, the military are here, the prison service are here, the fire is also here, as well as workers from the assembly and workers from birth and death registry And all those who are around the Shiashi enclave, they're all part of this exercise this morning.
How's it going?
Well, it's going on well. It's going on well. I can see that there's a Zoom line card here, so everybody's on board. They're actually trying to remove the choke cutters that is actually here at the Shiashi roundabout, Shiashi traffic light. You understand this is a place that actually had one of the flood prone area, especially when the rains actually happened last 2 weeks. This place actually flooded a lot, and they are actually trying to ensure that they remove all the choke cutters here to ensure the water can flow. So as I speak to you, a lot of people are here. I have been joined by the deaf and deaf registry. That's the registrar himself, Mr. Samuel Adonboche, who I've seen him actively taking part in the work. I can see him carrying shovel, pulling the wheelbarrow and everything. I just want to engage him and then get back to you and know why he decided to join this exercise and why is it important for this exercise. Mr. Adam, morning. Welcome to Radio Go.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, can you tell us why you are here this morning?
Thank you very much. You know, I am an appointee of President Mahama. President has given an instruction that we should clean the city. So I cannot sit comfortably in my office while the president is on the floor. So that is why I've joined this exercise.
So how's the exercise going today?
As you can see, everybody is actively involved because when a show is lost, it affects everybody. And you know, this place is one of the places that normally gets flooded when it rains heavily. So you can see the security officers here. I can see the Metropolitan Assembly, prison service, police service, because you see, we need to clean this place. And also, my advice to the citizens, look, some of these things, they are attitudinal behavior. You can't be dumping refuse in the gutters, outside the road. You see, probably where President is, when it gets flood, when there's flood, President would not be affected. But the ordinary citizens, will be affected. And these are the people who contribute to this bad behavior. So I am advising the public that they should better put a stop to this kind of attitude. Let's keep the city clean. Let's make sure our environment are clean so that when there's rain, we will not be affected like how it happened last 2 weeks. That is why we are all getting ourselves involved. We should have been comfortably in our office. Working President should have been comfortably in his office. But because he has a nation at heart, now he's on the field working, making sure that the city is clean.
Yes, so you make mention about people dumping rubbish in the gutters, and you are passing them. I'm sure this is not the first time we're hearing this. This has been something that I've been campaigning about, don't put this in, but yet it's still going on. What punishment do you think should be better out of this people?
Oh, sorry. I think Minister of Local Government is trying to reintroduce the saman. Those days we call it saman. I think that will also help because when you are caught in this attitude, in this behavior, and you are prosecuted, some people will take it to themselves to avoid this kind of behavior because it's not the best. In those days, when there was saman, you cannot see this behavior. Ghana was not getting flood. But now, because the saman is not there, people throw rubbish, refuse indiscriminately. And also, I believe strongly that this rubber, plastic rubbers, we should find a way to ban them. Because when you go to UK, when you go to United Kingdom, you go for shopping. The bags that are given to you, you have to pay for them. So one person buys a polythene bag and can use the polythene bag for the whole of the year because he doesn't want to spend money in buying the polythene bag. So I believe this is something that we can replicate here in Ghana. When shoppings are delivering their goods, the rubber bag, they should sell them. And also we should go back to the paper bag. You know, those days, our parents used to call it paper bag because the polythene bags, they were not rubber, they were paper. So I think we should rather revert to those days using the paper bag. That one will also help. But for me, I strongly believe that the rubber bags, we should ban them.
All right, so let's come back to the work itself. I've seen you actively taking part, carrying wheelbarrow and pushing. Someone would have said, at least you are here with your workers, so you at least give them instructions to do the work. Why are you yourself getting involved?
You see, President Mahama, President Mahama is on the field working. You understand? So why do I have to sit in my office, or why do I have to stand here whilst looking at the workers? I have to be an example to them. You see, when my staff saw me pulling the wheelbarrows, they were all getting themselves involved. But if I had folded my arms, what was the use of coming here? That is why I'm actively involved, to make sure that everybody gets involved. Leadership by example. You understand? Leadership by example. I can't sit down. I can't just stand comfortably by my car watching them. You see how the staff are getting themselves involved. That is why I'm actively involved. Because we didn't come here, we didn't close our office just to come here, come and be standing alongside and watching people. We came here to work. As a leader, I have to take the initiative. That is why I'm actively involved.
Okay, I'm told the exercise going to be for 2 days. This is the first day. Are you coming up for the next day? That's tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's a presidential directive. And I'm an appointee of the president. So if president gives instructions and you as a leader, or you the appointee of the president, you sit home, who will do the work?
All right. So what advice do you have? The final advice before you go.
My final advice is that Ghanaians, we should change our attitude. Ghanaians should change their attitude. Because, like I said, where President lives, 2 weeks ago, when there was flood, was the place crowded? It was not. But look at when you go to places like Alajo, those places, all the other places were flooded. You understand? Those living there, they should change their attitude. Look, I passed there recently, and I was like, what is happening? We should change our attitude. That is the most important thing. When we change our attitude, these things, it will be a thing of the past.
Thank you very much. All right. So, you heard the register for death and death. That is Mr. Samuel Aduboche, who I said I saw him actively participating. He has given me some advice that we should our attitude and see how it will work. I don't know. So that's what he's saying. That to change the attitude, I think that would be the best way. And as I said, I have seen. I'm told that Mr. John DeMelo, who is the MP for this area, will be joining us here soon. I'm sure they have divided themselves into different groups. So the main one is actually here, and other part of the people are also in some communities and also doing the cleaner side. So as in much as I know that he'll be here, we will be hoping that if he gets here, we'll speak to him. But like I said, the work is ongoing. So if you know Shiashi, we're actually cleaning the gutters from Shiashi, the footbridge from Shiashi to the traffic light. That's where we are moving towards to Banglu. That's where the exercise is taking place. And like I said on the military, the police, the army, that's the military, the police, the fire, together with the prison service. All these services are all here helping to ensure that the rest goes on. We also have Zoom Lion who are here with their car. Workers of Zoom Lion are also here. Workers of NIA, they are here. Workers of birth and death registry, they are here. And other departments that are actually here. That's the Standards Authority, they're also here. Yes, I can see a lot of workers who are all engaged here to ensure that the cleaner exercise actually take place.
All right, Osman, before we wrap it up, have you seen a clear, concerted effort to cut the material that is sticking out of the gutters away, or they are leaving them on the sides of the gutters?
Yes. So for now, what I'm seeing is that there's a vehicle that is parked that is meant for taking the materials out from here. But currently, what is happening is that the weed is what the vehicle is taking away. But the sand that is actually in the gutters are being put on the shoulders of the road. So I'm told that the sand, because there's water inside the sand, they cannot carry it for now. They will need it to dry before they will carry it. So they will have to at least hold on for some time before they can carry it. I wish I could talk to the Zoom Lion officer who is here to find out from him why they're not picking this one, because that's their job. I've only seen them picking only the rubbish and leaving the sand, which most of the people are complaining that the sand is actually the reason why this place is flooded, because people are complaining that when they take the sand from the gutters and they put them on the shoulder of the road, they don't collect them. When it rains, they get back into the gutters again. So let me talk to Zoom Lion. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I just want to find out from you. I'm ready to go. I just see that you are doing your work, but the rubbish that has been taken from this gutter, the sun has been dumped on the roadside, whilst the waste is actually put on the car. Why this?
So with the silt, we want to remove them because there's water in it. You have to pack it for the water to go out of the silt. Then we have a tipper truck, and then the payloader that will come and load it. So we are collecting it today. It's not like we are leaving it down. So with the silt, we are packing them down for the water to go out. Then they pick the tipper truck, and then the payloader will come and pick it up.
Is that what you're doing all over?
All over, yes, please. Okay. Yes, please.
So you pick what is here?
What is here, yes.
Yes. That's the complaint people are complaining.
Oh, okay. So we have, for this exercise, every point that we are removing, everything will be carried away. The waste and then the silt will be carried away.
What's the timeline?
All right. So that's Mr. Prosper from Zoom Lion. He says that they will pick everything today. Nothing will be left here.
Osman, could you please find out from him the timeline for which that cutting will be done? How long is that silt supposed to sit there before they take it away?
So my boss is asking you, for how long will this take before you carry it away?
So this is by 2 o'clock. Everything today, yes. Everything, yes. Okay.
So here by 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. this afternoon, everything will be clean, or everything will be taken away from this road, because that's the complaint. People are actually complaining because they carry these things out, put them on the shoulder of the road, and then they don't take it off and get back to the gutters again, and then it causes flood. But he's saying that this thing will be picked out today by 2 p.m. this afternoon. Because
all right, that's man.
In it, that's why they have to allow it to dry for some time.
All right, that's man. We'll leave it here. Thank you. Thank you so much for speaking to us this morning. Good luck out there, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so on the line there was Osman Abado Pusha reporting from Ayawaso West Wuogon and bringing us up to speed as far as the proceedings there are concerned.
I understand the president will also be joining the exercise somewhere around Chado.
Yeah, okay,
so
and the vice president is shoveling things but why are they applauding? I saw some people trying to applaud like hello, like Charlie.
You see Mama go where Wellington boots.
So for clap for us they carry Charlie Louise. 2.5 billion baby out in off flooding.
Debbie.
I don't What Wesley gone?
Minty Wesley gone, but okay. Soon, Tom.
And then you seem to have difficulty indicating where you live.
Oh, me who say and who is shed and ye intina.
And I security device.
This a winning baby amity.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you don't know, you don't know. Okay, Sisiano, we need to make money. We need to make money. Sometimes big moments start with small things. A call to a loved one, a Momo transaction to support family, a bundle to grow your business. But what if they could lead to something bigger than you ever imagined? With the MTN at 30 promo, every call, every text, every browse, every Momo transaction, every connection to home fiber, and every activity on the My MTN app earns you points towards amazing rewards. And these rewards include 9 brand new Toyota Land Cruiser Prados. Charlie, I could do with one of those. Over 10 million Ghana cedis in cash prizes and unforgettable experiences just for you. Because every move counts. So pick up your phone and dial *530#. That is *530#. Or use the My MTN app to participate now. And let's stay connected everywhere you go. MTN at 30 promo. Make every move count. Terms and conditions apply. And those are names you should consider giving to your child if you come from some part of the Volta region and you have them. So you call them terms and conditions. Terms and conditions, Mafi. Oh no, but you know we are famous for giving special names.
Terms and conditions.
No, I think most of the names have terms and conditions won't add up.
Why not? Say terms.
But some
and
conditions.
No, except you dislike the child.
Oh, why?
Terms and conditions.
Terms and conditions.
Yeah, you can call somebody crankshaft.
Somebody at the verge of the wife going to the labor ward would have gone to buy something. He hears a promo. He gets there and they say, "Oh, show something. Maybe a document or something." That's like the terms and conditions for the company. And the person may not be able to prove or show. The wife will give birth the children. And will say, terms and conditions.
Terms and conditions.
Yeah, or crankshaft.
What kind of name is that?
But
I feel our name is San Cutlass.
People name their children after. Nowadays, I realize people are doing cities.
Or something exotic like Mercedes. Mercedes is a name.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Mercedes is
Mercedes Island.
Yeah. In fact, if we even go back to some of the Japanese companies, they were built on names.
Yes.
Toyota,
Honda,
Shuda, Suzuki, all of them are names of people.
Of course, you have some gravitas on the matter, considering that you're an adjunct Japanese after having been there for a few days.
Well, the Ghana Revenue Authority wants me to remind you that they are around. And so they
don't play with their money.
No. Ghana Revenue Authority, if you go for assignment as a journalist and they decide to pay you solely, they will take tax. They will take tax from your solely.
Why?
Yes,
by law, they are enjoying to withhold taxes.
And so they are the ones paying you the solely. They will still take tax from your solely.
First of all,
they don't joke.
What is the legal basis for solely?
Motivation.
No, that is why it should be paid without recognition. It is not gift that you say it's a gift tax.
Easy. The next time you will go assignment, give you solely, you will see. Coming to expose
they cannot say they will not give solely. They will pay solely. But they should stop taking the taxes from the solely.
What's that?
Yeah. Solely you can't take tax.
But why? What's your problem? Tax. Anyway, it just reminded me of one story I heard about the gentlemen who wear the uniform. The color of the uniform is black. I've not mentioned.
No mention.
So the
ones who are always money.
Well, the guy has 3 kids, and the first 2 come first and second. And then the third one is always carrying the class, the last. And the first 2 always got beaten, and the last always survived. So one day, their daddy had a bit of alcohol to drink, and so they went to him and they go like, daddy, when we come bring you our report, we've done well, we get first and second. You cane us. But the last one we the chop last, nothing happened. What's up? The father goes, you people are very stupid. Your brother, when he's bringing his report card, there's something inside. Even you bring your report card, there's nothing inside.
I see.
Hey.
Bribery or corruption?
No, it's just the moral of the
Okay,
story.
so now I now see the correlation
exactly
with the people who wear the black uniform.
Okay.
You mean to say that it's
Please,
okay?
it's your own interpretation. I have said what I have said.
So the Ghana Revenue Authority wishes to remind all withholding tax agents, including VAT withholding agents appointed by the Commissioner General, that withholding taxes must be paid to the Domestic Tax Revenue Division of the GRE by the 15th of every month. So withholding taxes for June 2026 will therefore be due by Wednesday, 15 June 2026. Withholding taxes, including withholding on VAT deducted from suppliers operating the VAT standard rate, employment, payments for the supply or use of goods, payments for the supply of any works, payments for the supply of services, and all other withheld taxes for June 2026 are due by Wednesday, 15 July 2026. You may also submit hard and soft copies of schedules indicating gross amounts, the tax deducted, names of taxpayers, and TIN or Ghana card PIN from whom the taxes were withheld. Please note that failure to pay tax by due date attracts an interest of 125% of the statutory rate compounded monthly on the outstanding tax. So, contact them via email info@gra.gov.gh info@gra.gov.gh or call toll-free number 0800 900 110. You can also WhatsApp them on 0552 990 000 or 0200 631 664 0200 631 664.
And also, for over 60 years, SIC Insurance has been Ghana's shield built on integrity, reliability, and care. From motor to fire, accident to travel, marine, and more. Whatever you value, SIC says insure it with confidence, insure it with care, and of course, insure it with SIC Insurance. Because at the heart of every policy is a sacred promise to care, to deliver, to be there when it matters most. Call 0800 100 055 or talk to a broker or licensed agent today. SIC